comics,
movies and TV shows,
video games,
collectibles and cosplay.
with these topics combined, we are
My Big Fat Pull List.
By entertaining and educating our audience, we hope to give you the tools needed to save your time and especially your money.
tight.
We're ready to geek out with you.
Hello, and welcome, listeners, to a new episode of My Big Fat Pull List. This is, we've come to you with episodes that we've recorded at conventions or at live events, but this, Smurphy, I think, is the first time that we've hit the road. The pull listers are on the road.
But we're not that far out.
No, not that far
We're-
out, but
we're an hour out.
we're out of our normal,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, our comfort zone.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
So
I'm nervous.
we are at the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con today, and we are in Perryville, Missouri. So what is Perryville? That's about what? Maybe an hour,
It's
hour and a half south of.
about an hour south
Yeah.
of St. Louis. Depending where you are. Yep.
This is going to be a really cool show. This is, I think, their third year. Is that
Third year?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, third year. It's hosted by the same folks that hosted the Bowling for Autism event, if you guys checked out that episode. If not, go back into our archives, both on your favorite podcast platform as well as on YouTube, and you can find those episodes there. But yeah, this is going to be really cool. We're going to interview a lot of different cosplayers here.
Artists.
Artists.
Try to get some vendors, but right now it looks like everyone's got pretty full tables and getting things ready. So
Yep.
we'll see how the day goes.
Getting it all set up, and then unfortunately I do not have Dragonus Prime or Pistol Danger or Mr. X here to help me, so I'm going to have to put up with Smurphy all on my own.
Video will be upside
today.
down. It will be upside down.
No, the
No,
video
it
will
will.
be. You'll just be upside
Oh,
down.
I will be hanging from the ceiling.
Well, what else is new?
I don't know how to do this. Clearly. It's been 5 years and I still don't know what to do.
Still not sure, and we don't know why we still keep bringing them along.
I won't. I'm the driver. You gotta take the driver's got to come with the car.
One thing that we keep forgetting to mention into everybody in all of these episodes that we've been doing lately is, don't forget, if you're only listening to this episode on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, awesome, great, thank you. But on the YouTube channel, it's the same episode, but you actually get to see everything. So if an artist comes on, sometimes they'll have their art with them.
Right.
If we pick up stuff,
Yeah.
we will show it. I mean, hey, if you go back and check out the Bowling for Autism event episode, you can see Smurphy's F-bomb.
That's right. I bought it and dropped it.
Yeah, constantly.
So yeah.
So, all right. Well, Smurf, let's get going.
Yeah.
All right. Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and we've got a very special interview here for you guys. Ladies, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I am Veronica Franklin.
And I am Jenny Navani.
And so now you guys are, if I'm correct, you guys are actresses, correct?
Yep.
Yeah? Hopefully. I've been doing theater and film all of my life, so I understand the game. It's not an easy one to get into, and I think even when you have some level of success, it's always that idea of hopefully. So now you guys are working on, is it a film or a TV series?
TV series.
TV series. And what is the show?
13th Darkness.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about the show.
I really can't say much. I'm obligated not to say much.
Oh, how about that, listeners? Okay, so that already piques the interest. Okay, so are you guys able to say what kind of characters you're playing?
So we are able to say a little bit. We are both playing teenage high school girls. So
Okay.
that's pretty much not really a whole lot to
We
say.
can say our characters' names, though,
Yeah.
because we're
Okay.
up on IMDb and stuff.
Oh.
So I play Sherry Young.
And I play Crystal Clark.
Okay, so now what are you able to say what kind of a show it is? Is it a horror show? Is it drama? Is it
Horror
comedy?
thriller, kind of.
Yeah, it's thriller, murder, mystery, horror, all that into one.
Natural.
Perfect. So it's ideal for kind of a Comic-Con setting.
Oh, yeah.
So what got you guys interested in doing film and acting and that? Have you done it a lot? Is this your first go?
So I started theater mostly my freshman year of high school, and that just made me love it. So I wanted to do it for life.
Yeah, pretty much the same as Veronica. I also started my freshman year. I did a couple smaller plays with my church and everything, and I just really love theater and film, so.
Nice. Yeah, I hear you. I did theater for a very long time before getting into film. Do you guys have a favorite role that you've played?
Ooh.
I'm putting you on the spot now, aren't I?
I did not get to play this one because COVID happened, but in Blythe's Spirit, which is a play, I got to play Elvira, and that was awesome.
Nice. So you didn't actually get to do the show, but you got the script. You got to actually go through it and do the work. That's nice. Yeah, that's a great script.
Oh, I don't really know if I have a favorite one that I've played. I really like all the ones that I've played, so it's hard to choose a favorite.
Yeah, kind of like what they say is Sophie's choice. You know, you can't choose just one out of everything.
Like, I don't
so,
know. That's
yeah,
like them all.
right. So, when is the show set to debut? Do you know, and where can people find it, or has that not been determined yet?
So hopefully we can put something out by 2023. We are not sure exactly where it's going to be put out yet, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far into shooting are you?
So we've really only started shooting the first episode a little bit, but we'll be, moving on soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, and, low budget indie filmmaking, no matter what level it is, whether it's, the bare bones level or it's the even just the $1 or $2 million budget, which is still technically low budget, it's always difficult no matter what, and it's always, always takes time. So is there a place online where people can find information about the show?
So we do have an official website. I can't remember the name of the website, though. I know it has 13th Darkness Official in there somewhere.
I think the name is just 13th Darkness website, so.
Okay. Listeners, we will try to find out that website. We'll put it here in the show notes. If you're listening, if you're watching this episode, we will have it in the description below here on this episode. So, guys, thanks for coming in. Best of luck to you. Hope the show does well. Hope the careers take off. And, just keep at it. Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and we've got a bona fide celebrity here with us, with Miss Harley Quinn. Let everybody know who you are and what brings you here.
Like my real name, or
because I did just kind of say that you were Harley Quinn, yeah.
Because I can talk like her, or I can talk like myself. It's whichever you would like.
It's whichever you would like. Now you did say that you were Chelsea Quinn Cosplay. Is that what you're known as online? Is that
yes.
Okay?
Everywhere it's Chelsea Quinn Cosplay.
Okay.
It's easier like that.
And is Harley like your main go-to then, I'm guessing?
Yes, I mainly stick with Harley. I do have a Supergirl cosplay because of Superman. Sometimes Harley's not the best option for kids' events.
It certainly can throw things off. That's for sure, yes. So how long have you been doing the whole cosplay thing?
My first official cosplay event was April of 2017. I went to Cape Con as Suicide Squad Harley, the original Suicide Squad Harley.
Mm-hmm. The is that the one with the Daddy's Girl T-shirt?
Daddy's Little Monster, yeah.
Daddy's Little Monster. Oh yeah,
she's my favorite. It's my favorite costume to wear.
Have you always been a Harley Quinn fan, or did the movies make you a Harley Quinn fan?
I fell in love with her with the first trailer of her going, "I'm known to be quite vexing. I'm just forewarning you." It's same.
Well, and Margot Robbie is amazing.
Expect a Barbie cosplay soon, because the Barbie movie looks amazing.
Yes, because she's Barbie, and
yes.
Ryan Gosling is Ken, I think?
Yes. I'm excited.
Yes. So are you kind of just staying to this kind of St. Louis Midwest area? Have you branched out to other conventions and shared your cosplay with other places?
Furthest I have been is Knoxville, Tennessee. I went to Fan Expo, I think is what it's called. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong. It's Fanboy. I don't remember.
There are both. So
I think it's Fanboy. But yeah, I went to Knoxville 2 years ago. It's pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. I met Tara Strong. I cried. I had a seizure, but not really. I was freaking out. And then she posted our picture together on her Instagram, so I freaked out even more in the middle of a Kohl's. And a random civilian was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not." This is my picture. Tara Strong. Like, what?
And was the random civilian with you, or were they just like, they were just there?
They were just there.
So did they even know who
No.
was you were talking to?
No. They're just like, this little girl is sad. What is wrong with her? Why is she in the middle of the aisle freaking out?
And see, that's why we just need to educate everybody about all of this stuff. So, do you have any other appearances coming up that you plan on doing?
SEMOCon, September 16th through 18th in Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
How about that, guys? There is another con coming up, and this is in Poplar Bluff. Now, Poplar Bluff, how far is that from here?
It's about an hour and 45 minutes. Terrible.
So we're talking about 2 hours from maybe the St. Louis area?
2.5, 3.
Okay.
Depending on where you are in St. Louis.
Okay, so still, for those of you that are, you listeners who are from our St. Louis area, that's not that far. You can do that in a day, maybe 2, to get down. It's not, if you want to spend the night and hang out.
I will have cake, because I'm going to be celebrating Harley's 30th birthday that weekend.
There you go, listeners. That's the reason to go right there.
Cake.
Harley's going to have cake for her birthday.
Dude, you gotta try one of these. They're Scooby snacks. They're amazing.
You realize you're standing... I don't want... You realize you're standing in front of the green screen again, right?
Eat one. Eat one.
No.
Yes.
It looks like a dog
No,
treat. It
not-
looks like a dog treat.
Yeah, it does, but they're not. Eat one. It's delicious. Trust me on this one.
Scooby snack, listeners.
Telling you. Right?
Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and you would think from the looks of it, I'm in a little bit of trouble at the moment, but I couldn't be in a maybe I am in some trouble. I don't know, but I actually couldn't be in a cooler place. I am surrounded by Halo and Star Wars, all in one single frame. So again, if you're only listening, you better get over to YouTube, because this is an amazing episode to actually watch. So anyway, I am here with a bunch of very, very, very cool guests and cosplayers and folks here. So guys, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Riss. I am an ODST.
My name is Raphael, and I'm a Spartan.
I am Lucas, and I am Jester.
All right, guys. So you guys are here for the whole day, doing the whole thing, walking around in some pretty amazing costumes. So tell us all, what is this costume made out of? How long did it take you to put this together?
This costume is made out of EVA foam, which is kind of like those puzzle foam mats that you see on the ground or in the gym, or when people are doing yoga and everything like that. This particular costume took I'd say about 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks, but mind you, that's 6 hours a day on it at least. So,
Sure.
And then you got the paint time and everything like that. So.
Do you work a lot with EVA? Is that kind of like your go-to?
Yes, I have been cosplaying for about 11 years, and I've been using EVA foam for at least the last 9. So I've got it pretty well under my belt at this point.
So, listeners, for those of you that have been keeping up with the show, you know that we've messed a little bit with EVA foam for the fan film that we've been putting together for the Red Circle Investigations. It's not always the easiest thing to mess with.
It is not, but as far as a good medium, it's sturdy and it's lightweight, which is really helps when you have something as like this. I can't say it weighing more than 10 pounds at all. So I mean, it's very, very light. So.
Sure, easier to move around in, for sure. So this is also looking like EVA foam. Is that what you guys are also building your stuff out of?
I do run Spartans with RAF, so my stuff's usually EVA foam. This is actually a flexible plastic, still going for the lightweight motif with the armor. Just adds a little bit more flexibility and a lot more endurance when it comes to walking the floor. So.
The only big difference between what I am wearing and what Raph is wearing is that my undersuit is just regular clothes, whereas he's got a full motocross Under Armour suit going on up top.
And is that a preference because you didn't want to mess with all that and you wanted to be more comfortable, or is that a time thing, or was that intentional?
Honestly, this is inherited. This is a previous suit that he wore, and it actually fits me, so I'm wearing it.
There you go, listeners. That's another way to do it. Now, you guys also do more than just the Halo stuff. You guys cosplay in all kinds of things, and I know that you are part of the 501st. You guys are part of the 501st as well?
I'm a hopeful for the Mando Mercs,
Okay.
and I am part of the 405th with the Halo group with him.
Okay.
So
I am hoping to enter into the Star Wars group. I will be acquiring a Fennec Shand costume soon.
Ooh, guys, how about that? Fennec, you can't go wrong there. We must be having some crazy luck, listeners, because this is now our second episode in a row that we've had people from the 501st. This is so cool, and you should have seen what these guys were wearing earlier. I wish we'd have taken a picture, but maybe, these guys will share some pictures of the Finn costume, which was freaking spot on. And we were talking earlier, did we determine, were you an ace pilot? Did we determine that you would be an ace or just a pilot?
I'm working on it.
Just working on it. Either way, they were great costumes, guys. So you definitely, if you get a chance, find these guys through the 501st and check it out. Do you have any other costumes, cosplay stuff that you like doing, or anything else that you got coming up?
Woo! All right. So, yeah.
How much time we got?
How much time we got? So, she's having Fennec, so I'm going to be her opposite, and I'm going to be Boba Fett from the Mandalorian series. Specifically that version of the costume, the
Sure.
Boba Fresh after he repaints everything, looking slick.
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of costumes, including Spider-Man, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. I do a little bit of everything. I even got some Overwatch going on, so I'm all over the place when it comes to costumes.
So Pistol Danger was not able to join us for this show today because he had other prior commitments, but all of our listeners know that Pistol's a huge Spider-Man fan. Any particular Spider-Man costume or classic?
I do Miles Morales. So, okay. and if you want to get more specific there, I have a conceptual Venomized Miles. Like not like the mouth and everything like that, but what if it's like the symbiote bonded to him and he made his own costume out of it? Mm-hmm. And then I also have the Enter the Spider-Verse as well with the jacket and the shorts and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
And the slick shoes and everything. So.
That's awesome. What about you guys? You guys got any other cosplay appearances or costumes coming up?
So I also do a Spider-Man. I do Silk, so Cindy Moon.
Oh, love Silk. That's very cool.
I have the fan Venomized version of her, though I do plan on getting the classic Silk at some point. I also do Jessie from Team Rocket.
Oh, very cool, very cool. And sir?
I also do Master Chief, which unfortunately I didn't have my Under Armour with me, so I couldn't pull him out today. I do Crow from the series Ruby, based from the guys who do Red versus Blue. And I have a future project that I'm working on for, if anyone out there knows this YouTuber, Technoblade, who recently passed. I'm planning on doing his warrior suit, which is the pig mask, the big king cape, and diamond sword. So that's in the works at the moment.
So is there a place anywhere online, either through social media or wherever, where people can go and see these costumes for each of you that you guys have made?
Lucas Hawk on Facebook, Lucas Hawk on Instagram, Spartan923 on Rooster Teeth. So, yeah.
I am unfortunately much more difficult to find. You might find pictures of me through his pages.
And listeners, we all know the love-hate relationship that I think the entire world has with social media, so that makes sense. And sir?
Raphael Richards on Facebook and Cyclone the Wind on Instagram. So usually Instagram's where I post all my cosplay stuff. So.
I think Instagram is more than any other social media outlet probably the best place for
definitely
for cosplay pictures. Yeah. All right, listeners. Well, there you have it. Check out all of their stuff. Check out these costumes because look at it. This is just the tip of the iceberg that you guys are seeing here.
Hey guys, Smurphy here. Kind of a cool event going on here at the Perryville Comic-Con. They're going to have a live D&D game. Some cons do this, some cons don't. What's special about this game Dr. Impact, I know you know a little bit about D&D, but you don't really play it a whole lot. That's more
I know more
Prime.
about RPGs as opposed to D&D itself.
Well,
yeah.
I talked to the DM, and he told me that the guys are going to be playing as kobolds against giants. What's a kobold?
Yeah.
Kobolds are normally bad guys that everyone plays D&D. It's their normally first encounter because they're small little lizard folk who are 2 or 3 feet tall, have very few hit points, and normally they're real quick, easy to kill, and kind of get your characters like leveling up kind of fast.
Okay.
And a good first encounter to build everyone.
Okay.
So these guys are kobolds going up against giants.
Oh, they are kobolds.
They're the kobolds. So they're the little lizard folk going up against giants.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of impossible. Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Okay, well then, listeners, if you're listening, again, head on over to YouTube because we're going to show a little piece of their game. However, if you're only listening to this on Spotify or whatever platform, you're not going to hear it. That segment's going to be removed. So you definitely want to head over to YouTube because we're going to go check it out.
You can almost say it's a YouTube exclusive.
I can just make him afraid of all of us because I have like 3 different types of fear I can cast on him. I can also make him knock prone and kneel before me.
Doesn't he have like multiple wolves though?
Yeah. They're all on a leash if he's afraid.
They're not on leash.
They're not? No. Fine, I'll do my other fear method where I target all of them.
I'm going to walk up to the enemy. And I'm going to point at the really, really big man and command him to walk away.
No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that with you. Are staying
Dog will come closer. I have the spell command. I will command the big man to walk away.
No, they're not leaving. They're not going to follow you. You're staying with the group.
All right, I will cast Fog Cloud.
Is this where we're all going to be when you do this? Because I feel like we need to be in a better position than a
I
lot.
say we move around and follow the brush towards
Yeah.
the caves.
We'll do that before I start waving my hands.
Stealth rolls from everybody.
All right.
I need new stealth rolls from everybody.
Ah, crap. 7 plus
19. I'm a paladin.
I
am with. Yes, you're with.
19. Yes.
7 plus 2.
7 plus 2.
Oh god, we both got 9.
15. 19. Oh, 17 plus 2, sorry.
As you start to move.
19.
I got a 9.
As you start to
guys
move.
suck.
One of you steps on you step on a rock and it rolls down the way. You trip and fall down. and you just the giant says, and you see the giant like, and he lifts up a great club.
Do it now.
And he points at you with the great club.
Okay.
And he says something in giant that you don't understand.
Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here with another interview for you, and we got some really cool information. We kind of teased you with a little bit of this earlier, but we're gonna really give it to you now. So let all of the listeners know who you are and what you're here for.
My name is Karen Drury. I'm an indie film actress from St. Louis. Today I am here with our company, Bridges Imaging Productions. We're promoting our show 13th Darkness. It's a new web series we're getting going, and so we're about ready to start filming, and we have actually Santiago Cirillo, I guess it is his name, from The Walking Dead. He will be joining us, and there's going to be other surprise celebrities that will be joining us from my understanding, but I don't know anything about that, but I just know Santiago for sure. He's on board. He is signed with us, so we're excited to have him him and everybody else on board with us. So.
That's awesome. So we had a couple of the other cast members on earlier, and they weren't quite sure what they were able to share and what they weren't able to share about the show. How much are you able to share with us about the show?
Well, I can tell you that it's a kind of a supernatural thriller. I've been involved with it for a while, so I kind of can tell a little more about it. There's knives that are possessed, and so bad things happen with these knives. That's kind of what I want to say. But I mean, everybody can check out our Facebook page, 13th Darkness, and you can see more information on there, more things that we release, and then also Bridges Imaging Productions. He has a Facebook page also. So it's going to be a fun project. The first time we had tried it before, but it was just, we had a little bit of hiccups along the way, and now we've got the things sorted out, and we've got some big things coming with the production. So we're getting it rolling. So we're excited.
We're very well aware of that. We're all involved in various different film and production and things, and yeah, I mean, everything from full-length features to fan films, and yeah, it's always difficult, listeners, to get things off the ground. So definitely you want to show support to the indie filmmakers because they go through a lot to get these projects off the ground. Yeah. So, do you guys know where this will be seen, or are you going to shop it around first?
I know we're going to put it online, and he's got he's looking around trying to get on some streaming services also, so yeah.
Cool. And listeners, we will include, as always, links in the show notes. If you're listening, if you're watching this on YouTube, we will include the links in the description below. This sounds like it's going to be a really cool show. I mean, I think it's going to be
It is. I'm excited to be a part of this project. I've known Jonathan for some years now, and he brought me in early on for the show, and I play a teacher. And so the ones you had on earlier are going to be some of my students, yeah.
And so have you been involved in film and theater for a very long time?
Well, I did a little bit of theater when I was younger, but I started doing films in the St. Louis area in 2015. So I've kind of just spiraled along. I'm doing stuff in Kansas City now. I've done stuff in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Carbondale, Illinois, Columbia, Missouri. So yeah, I do a lot of different things. I've worked crew. I've acted, started doing a little bit of writing. I do a show in St. Louis called Poison Ivy League, so I've been writing little sketches for that. I act in that, and then me and my husband just started our own little film company, D&K Films. I wrote a little short romantic comedy. I've always wanted to be more involved in one of those and just be a kind of a little small part, so I'm a lead in it. And it's a little romantic comedy called Casually Not Dating, so we're getting that going and going to put it in film circuits and, put it in the film festivals and so forth. So, but it's exciting. My husband, he does things with me, and he just he'll stay behind the scenes if he can, but if he has to get in front of the camera to be an extra, he will. So yeah, but it's fun. I mean, we enjoy it. We're having fun in life, and it was a lifelong dream of mine to be in films ever since I was a kid, and I was kind of like, what if I can't do this? What if I can't? So I hesitated going to my first audition for a long time, and I finally saw an audition in St. Louis in 2014. I'm going to do it. I finally talked myself, let's go do it. And I didn't hear back from them for maybe 4 or 5 months later, and then I finally got the part, and then it's kind of like, on down the line from ever since. So yeah. And I mean, I never thought I would have an IMDb page and acting. I got an acting page, and I mean, I do a little bit of modeling. I do vintage pinups. I mean, I kind of do a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's funny because people that I know, they're always like, I never know where you guys are going to be next for your next adventure. And then it's like people tell me that I've inspired them, and I'm like, I never meant to inspire anybody, because they're like, I'm following my dreams like you. And they say, but I can't act. I don't want to do films. I said, don't do what I'm doing. I mean, do what you want to do. Do you want to skydive? Do you want to travel? Do you want to learn to do something? Follow your dreams, because like I tell people that, I follow my dreams, because I know a lot of people that don't. They sit around and wish they had. I said, one of these days I'm going to be in a nursing home, and I'm going to sit back and look at not what if, I'm going to be like, I did this, I've done this, I've met these people, all the adventures we've had. We have had fun, and I will have a nice, fulfilled life with follow my dreams, and that's what I'm doing.
All that matters is what you do with the time that is given to you, listeners. I mean, Gandalf told us right there. Well, listeners, definitely you're going to want to check out all of those social media links. Check out the IMDb page. I mean, you're already checking out mine anyway, right? So may as well just pop over and check theirs out as well. So,
Say, do you have an IMDb page too?
oh, I of course do.
You look like the guy that was on Last Man Standing, Ryan. Oh my God.
No, that was not me.
Okay,
No,
you
that's
look like him, but the voice is a little different. I'm like, man, you got a twin. That's who you look like.
Who was that? I forget.
His name,
But yeah, I get. No, but I've done a lot of film in the St. Louis area. Yeah, I've been doing. Yeah, so and as listeners know, they've heard me talk about films like Four Color Eulogy and Shadowland and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, so hey, we're checking out each other's IMDb pages, guys. You need to too. So all right, guys, thank you so much. Be sure to check out those pages, guys. Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here again with another interview. And why? More than likely because Smurfy is slacking. Like all he's doing is just like running the table at the show and and talking to people over there. He's being lazy. So anyway, listeners, I got you covered. I got two new guests here with me. Guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm Tim. I'm cosplaying as Louis from Beastars.
My name's Cooper, and I am coming as my own OC.
There you have it, guys. So now, we had talked a little bit earlier, guys, and I had mentioned to you guys before that we have our own show that deals with manga called Prime Impact on YouTube, and that was kind of my first foray into reading manga. What about you guys? I mean, you got Beastars, that you're cosplaying, but are you guys big manga fans, or are you just getting started in it?
I am just getting started into manga. Beastars was the first manga that I've read. I got it recommended to me by a friend who thought it was really good, and so I had never really seen much anime or read any manga beforehand, really even any comics. So I kind of read into it, got into it, and by the early point in which the anime season 1 ends, I was fully hooked on it, and I've read it completely, and it's really good.
And Cooper?
For me, manga, I was introduced to it probably a year ago. I've been probably reading it off and on now. I've read, just like Tim here, I've read a little bit of Beastars. I mostly watch anime more of, so yeah, it's just, I've enjoyed reading manga, but in my preferences, I prefer anime.
So it sounds like Smurfy and Pistol should be in here talking to you because, as you guys know, listeners, Smurfy and Pistol are both working on their version of Prime Impact where they talk about anime that they are just getting started with and just watching. So once again, Smurfy dropping the ball. I'll give him trouble about it again later. Beastars and kind of dipped your foot a little bit into the manga. Do you guys have a favorite? Have you read anything other than Beastars? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
I have not really read any manga besides Beastars. I want to, which is again why I'm thankful for this podcast existing, so that you can inform the people about what they want to get into and start reading for manga, and they can get kind of like an overview to decide whether or not they would be into it. And so I want to read more manga. I've kind of been trying to get a bit more into anime as well, stuff like mostly on Netflix. I know Cooper, he has shown me a little bit of My Hero Academia and Assassination Classroom. I thought Assassination Classroom, from what I've seen, it was really good, and I want to watch more of it.
So do you have a favorite anime, Cooper?
I would say my favorite is probably been Assassination Classroom. It was the first anime I would say I've ever watched other than Beastars, and in all honesty, I 100% recommend it. It's got a really sad ending, but honestly the story is just amazing, and the visuals and everything, and I 100% would, if someone wanted to watch anime for the first time, I would definitely be that first recommendation for it.
Well, how about that, listeners? So it sounds like we've got some real suggestions here for Season 2 of Prime Impact. I know that you guys were saying that's why you were happy about what we're doing with the show, especially with Prime Impact, since that focuses solely on manga. And as we're getting ready for season 2, we wanted to bring in some new stuff. I mean, obviously, we will still talk about the second volumes and third volumes of the stuff that we've already talked about, but we want to read other things. And just right here, right off of this, Beastars and Assassination Classroom, I think are going to be some things that one of us or both of us will read for the show. Is there any manga that you've ever had interest in that you would like to know about specifically?
Not that I can name off the top of my head. I'm the kind that would be open to ideas. I'm open to suggestions. So, which is again why I want to listen to your guys' podcast, so I can know what's out there and what's good and what keys to my interests.
Sure, makes total sense. Cooper, you got any or?
Well, actually, after watching most of Demon Slayer, I would definitely want to check out the manga for it, and the reason being is because the artwork in the anime was just so good, and the story was just amazing, and honestly, I think that the manga would... Well, I want to see if the manga lives up to the hype of the anime.
So I can tell you, I've not seen the anime for Demon Slayer, but I can tell you that Demon Slayer was one of the very first manga that we reviewed. It wasn't the first one. I think the first one that I did was Chainsaw Man.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Demon Slayer was like in episode 2 or 3 of Prime Impact, and I read the first volume, so I don't know how it compares to the anime, but I can tell you that Demon Slayer is awesome, guys. I absolutely loved it, and Cooper, if you've liked what you've seen and you like that kind of stuff, I'll bet you're going to dig it. So, but yeah, check out that episode, guys. We will put links to the Prime Impact stuff in the show notes, as well as the description if you're watching this on YouTube, so that you can go and check out that stuff and find out which manga you guys like. So, Tim, Cooper, thanks for coming on, guys, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon after you guys have checked out a few more things and you can give us your opinions.
Okay. Awesome.
Great. Talk to you soon, listeners. Well, Smurfy, so far things have been pretty cool. This has been a crazy fun and busy day.
And a lot of cosplayers, man.
A lot of awesome really cool cosplayers and great costumes. Hopefully everybody that is checking out this episode is also going to YouTube to see all these costumes, because they're really, really freaking good. I don't know about you, but you know, these cons, they're long, and sometimes you need...
You're hungry.
And you get hungry, yeah.
I am starving. You want another Scooby snack? I'm getting you another Scooby snack.
All right, I'll get another Scooby snack. I think the sign fell on Smurfy again. Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and as you can see, we've got something really, really super cool to introduce you guys to. But first, guys, introduce yourselves and let us know what brings you here.
Oh, I'm Lori.
My name is Hank.
Lori, Hank, and what brings you guys here?
Well, we were invited here for the Comic-Con by Kids for Heroes, or Heroes for Kids. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's why we're going here, you know. And we looked around. We see a lot of heroes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And these costumes are awesome. So are these your own designs? Are these something that you guys put together on your own, or let us know? Tell us a little bit about these outfits.
Definitely made them on our own. Mm-hmm. This is actually a bed sheet.
Hear that, listeners? See, you can use anything.
Sheet. Okay, ready? Yarn.
See, you can use anything, listeners, to make your costume.
That is absolutely true. She's basically portraying Mother Earth right now.
Okay.
Normally, this is not our normal thing, the Comic-Cons. We are more in the Renaissance fairs. And that's why, you know, our costumes are a little bit more Renaissance fair than Comic-Con. Sadiq, my dragon. We are basically home-based in St. Louis, the St. Louis Renaissance Fair, which will be this year from September 17th till October 23rd, every weekend. From 10 a.m. in the morning till 6 p.m., rain or shine.
I was just going to say, I thought that you guys had said that you were with the St. Louis Renaissance Fair. So listeners, there you go. I mean, I know a lot of our listeners out there are big fantasy fans, big D&D fans, gamers. You guys love that.
We love you.
Yeah, so the St. Louis Renaissance Fair, which is already a fairly big deal to begin with, you guys definitely want to check that out. So
In Wentzville.
In Wentzville.
Rotary Park.
Wentzville and Rotary Park, listeners. So is there, how long have you guys been involved with the St. Louis Ren Fair?
We've been involved basically for several years, and normally we went as patrons and just looked around, and when we came up with the dragon, we basically became part of the casting crew up there. And this year would be our first casting crew. We will be there 6 weekends actually, and with the dragon, with different outfits, with a lot of other people that will be there just to enjoy
Any
and
outfit,
entertain.
if you want to wear fairies, if you want to wear Spider-Man, if you want to wear anything, cowboys.
You're welcome.
There you go, guys. How about that? I mean, you can't beat that. And what'd you say the dragon's name was again?
The dragon's name is Sadiq, and Sadiq is a sea dragon, hence no wings, but he has, well, you can't see it right now, but he has, let me move out.
But yeah, you can kind of see the tail there, listener, or the fin. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He has a large fin because I'm using, mostly when I'm a pirate. Pirates don't see dragons fly in the sky, they are in the ocean, so hence the sea dragon. And Sadiq is a name that we found very particular because Sadiq means friend in the Arab language.
Oh.
So Sadiq is my friend, and that's why he's my friend, right?
Sadiq, welcome. Glad that you were able to come out here, and Sadiq wants all of you listeners to know the Ren Fair. Give us those dates again.
September 17th till October 23rd. Every weekend.
Every weekend. There you go, listeners. Guys, thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Well, listeners, it looks like the sign has taken Smurphy out yet again. That's 2 weeks in a row. So looks like it's just going to be me doing this for a little while. Oh wait, does he get? Oh, yes.
Whose idea was it to use metal chains?
Yours, Smurphy.
Oh.
Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here today, and we've got kind of, sort of, a returning guest, or at least a representative of a returning segment from a few Toymans ago. I know you guys are all watching the Toyman Show episodes when we do those. Well, if you remember a few episodes back, we had some of the folks from Justin's 3D Prints here, and now we have Mr. Justin himself. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Coming on again. So
yeah. So you brought some stuff to show us. What do you got here?
I have a Gyarados articulated from Nico, and then a Whelp two-legged Reverend, basically. That it's kind of the new hit items that we've been 3D printing.
So this one here, what did you say this was?
Gyarados from Pokemon.
Gyarados from Pokemon. So Pokemon, I missed out on Pokemon. That was my brother, and so I don't know the characters as well. Smurphy and those guys, they were all about it. But show that to everybody a little closer, because that is really cool. Look at this thing, guys. This thing is amazing. So now this is all stuff that 3D printed that you print.
Yes. We have 15 printers that are going around just 24/7 basically, just to keep up with Etsy, Toyman, and any other events that we have like this. So,
holy cow, 15! How about that, guys? So, what got you into the whole 3D printing thing? How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing it for 6 years, but I was in college, and the guidance counselor was just like, "Hey, you should try this class." I'm like, "Okay, whatever," and it was awesome, and I just kept going with it. So.
That's super cool. So how long has Justin's 3D prints officially been? I mean, because you have an Etsy store and you do.
We've probably been 3.5, years or so. Right when COVID started, is like, let's throw this out there. People are just stuck at home.
As a result of COVID.
As a result of COVID, it was like, let's just start posting stuff because and our Etsy page exploded and it did really well, and it's still doing. So you just got to keep switching out products and find the new hit.
That's super cool. Now, do you guys take custom orders in that, or do you do pretty much just like whatever the patterns are that you have?
We do a little bit of both. Like right now, I'm printing a full RTD2 2 scale. Thankfully, I am not building it. Gentleman wanted to build it so he can put all the lights in it, everything, and that's 50 pounds probably.
Holy cow.
It's going to be hefty. It's taken us 46 days to print, and that's 46 days straight, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wow, that's impressive, sir. That's really impressive. Do you have a favorite thing for you, like personally, when you were doing the printing, like something that you?
Iron Man, the hands down Iron Man. We've got 6 or 7 Iron Man helmets that I just keep printing more.
Any particular mark? Any particular style?
All of them. I'm going to do a full Iron Man suit that will fit me eventually.
Oh, you're gonna equip it all with the LED lights and everything?
Oh yeah, all of it. So it's gonna be fun.
Well, you will definitely have to wear that and come back on the show then when you get it done. So, so I know that we've done this before on the previous episode that you guys were on, but just a reminder, let the listeners out there know where they can find you, how they can find you online.
You can find us on Justin 3D Prints on Etsy, or Justins with an S on Facebook.
There you go, listeners. Head on over there, check out this stuff. They've got amazing things. You're not going to want to pass this up, and definitely follow them. Outside of Facebook, you got other social media so that they can follow?
We're Facebook, Etsy. We're going to get our Instagram and all that set up shortly. So.
Yeah, you guys want to see this and follow these guys and support these guys. They do really nice work. So, just thanks for coming back on the show again. This is awesome. We'll get you back on again. Listeners, see you in a minute. Well, Smurfy, we're getting close to the end of the show. We've still got another interview or two, but we do want to share with everyone the announcement that we just heard. So for people that don't know, Heroes for Kids, they raise money for autism and all kinds of children's charity organizations. Obviously, that's what the Bowling for Autism was for. Yep. All of their money goes to that, and the money that they raise at this convention goes to that as well. Well, they just announced that they beat last year's.
What was last year's?
I don't even remember what they said.
I thought it was like a couple thousand, maybe.
It wasn't much. Yeah, it wasn't much. They beat last year's, like obliterated it out of the water. This year, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con Year 3 raised over $10,000.
Which is mind-blowing, considering we are literally on 2 basketball courts worth of vendors.
Right.
So, it's good. It's small. Nothing wrong with that. Mind-blowing that it did that good. And I swear, if you look at the vendors, almost all of them have smiles on their faces.
Yep.
$10,000
going to 2 different charities for kids. And what we will do, for those of you who are not able to make it to the show but still want to try to donate or whatever, we will include the links for those. We'll get in touch with the guys here at Heroes for Kids, and we will include those links in the show notes and in the description below.
Right.
$10,000,
$10,000, man, and that's
awesome.
mind-blowing. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Congrats, guys.
Hey there, listeners. Dr. Impact here, and boy, if you guys are only listening to this episode on Spotify or Apple or whatever platform, you are missing out. You definitely want to head over to YouTube and check out this episode and meet and see this awesome guest. Let all of the listeners know who you are and what brings you here.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Michael Moran, also known as Bare Hands Moran on the YouTube channel from Wildlife Command Center. And we've just got a lot of things going on when it comes to rescuing people from wild animals.
There you go. And who's our friend that we got here?
Well, this is our diva. His name is Rocky. He's been in 4 movies and 2 TV series. and people just love him because look at those eyes.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think Rocky's a bigger star than any of us are, you know.
He's made his way around. He's really easy to work with. He's one of these types of animals that can do point A to point B really, really well. And if you throw in point C, if you got enough training, he can actually do that. For instance, we did a TV series called Salem. It was on the WCN. It was about the witches.
Sure.
And I might say that when I was a kid, I was always like, why didn't the witches like just cast a curse on somebody, and why did they let the humans kill them? You know.
That's actually a good point, you know, and maybe they did. Maybe they cast the curse.
Well, if you watch the show Salem, you see what really happened. The witches were in complete control.
I see where you're going with this. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, Rocky here, he helped one of the main witches in the series find her love. She fell in love with a human man, and he went missing. So she turned her familiar, which was a toad, into an owl, and he flew, and they followed him, and he flew right to John.
Gotcha.
Yep. And so that was one of the things where Rocky had to fly out a window, then he had to make a left-hand turn and fly almost half a mile down a road as 3 horses were chasing after him.
Wow. So now do you think that, like, is that just instinctual training then at that point that they're doing, or do you think that like Rocky's really enjoying the process, or can you tell that? Do you know?
No, he's not enjoying it. He's tolerating it. You know, it's like it's like a lot of things. You know, a lot of us tolerate our bosses, right?
Yeah, sure. And I guess Rocky is no different then.
Yeah. So he responds really well to conditioning. Like he's a really good. You can condition him to do a certain thing, and he'll do that repetitively because they are creatures of habit.
Sure.
And in the wild, they do the same thing that works over and over and over until it doesn't work anymore. You know, then they'll change things up. And so when you're training them, the same thing works. As long as he's getting a reward at the end of doing point A to point B, he'll continue to do that, you know. And then if you need to throw point C in, you just got to do a little bit extra.
Sure, yeah. So what got you into this line, or have you always been passionate about animals? Have you, like, what brought you to this line?
Well, first off, I'm just a good old boy from Louisiana. Like,
nothing wrong with that.
I was raised in the swamps, literally in the swamps. And then I spent 20 years on submarines working on nuclear missiles. When I got out of there, I was like, you know, I'm done being underwater so long.
Sure.
So I decided I was going to do something that I wanted to do, and animals have always been a passion of mine. And so I started a company called Wildlife Command Center, and we rescue people from wild animals. And then that is what led to the movie work. And I'm a master falconer, and back in 2003, 2004, Hollywood really came to Shreveport, Louisiana, which is where I'd started my company. And somebody said, hey, can you train an owl? And I was like, yeah, but there's only one kind of owl that you can train. It's the eagle owl, you know. So I bought an eagle owl as a chick, trained it, got it ready for the show, we did it. And then one thing led to another, and we just started doing snakes in shows. We did scorpions in shows. We've done a lot of different animals in different shows.
And are you still then based out of the Louisiana area then, or have you?
No, in 2014, we moved to St. Louis, from Shreveport to St. Louis. St. Louis got a great infrastructure and a ton of bats. And so because of that, the business end of it, Wildlife Command Center, we had a lot of work doing bat work for people. But it's got a really good airport. It's got a great infrastructure for interstate, and so I can get anywhere, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And so we film all over the country, you know, different places. But most recently, we've been in Las Vegas for the last 3 years, just going back and forth, because just a lot of people have been filming in Las Vegas.
Well, listeners, you guys all know that we here at My Big Fat Pullets, a number of us are also filmmakers as well as hosts on the show. So, you know, who knows? Maybe at some point we'll have to get you guys to come in and you know, join. Maybe Rocky, what do you think? How about a buddy cop film, you and I, huh?
Yeah, you can make it happen.
Yeah, I think he wants top billing.
Okay, we can make that happen. If you're filming in Missouri, we also have ringtail lemurs that we train, but they can't leave the state.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But if you really want a buddy for a cop movie, Ringtail Lamber.
There you go. Yeah,
that'd be the way to go.
You guys got anything else coming up?
We've got a lot of projects going on. We are involved with 13th Darkness. We're doing some work with them. We've got 2 really big projects coming up. Bishop Stevens and I have been working on the Steampunk Adventures of Salem Tusk. And so we're going to film that right across the river in Illinois. But some of it's going to film across in St. Louis area. That's going to be a really big feature film. It's been in the production for about 3 years now. We shot the trailer 2 years ago and got a lot of backing. And then COVID happened, so it got postponed a little bit. And I just finished a film called Devil's Night with Kevin Sorbo and Daniel Baldwin. And so that's going to be coming out. And then we've got Camp Placid. Camp Placid. It's a 80s slasher type movie. Camp Placid. Yeah, so that's going to be filming in Los Angeles. We'll be doing that soon.
That sounds like that's right up our alley too, guys. I mean, this is all really cool stuff, and we're so glad that you were able to come by, and you were able to come by, even though you look like you're just about done with me. I'd be done with me too. I think most of the pull list is done with me.
He's about ready to go sit in a black box for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, there you go, listeners. We'll try to include as many links as we can to all that stuff that we were just talking about, both in the show notes or in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Thanks a lot, sir.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming along.
I'm glad we got to talk to you.
You too.
Yep.
Well, listeners, that brings us to the end of another episode. Wow, Smurphy, who, if you're only listening to this, is holding an F-bomb, literally.
For a certain someone. Pistol danger, this is for you.
Anyway. He just dropped the F-bomb for those who are just listening. It's been a fun show. It's been a crazy day. It's been
a busy day, man, but it went by so fast. Between everybody coming by and saying hi, which we always love and appreciate, to all the fantastic cosplayers who did interviews and talked to us and gave us some tips, to old cosplayers who we've seen in the past from bowling for kids with autism. I think that's the right way to say that. It's been a long day. I'm still half asleep. I'm still recuperating.
I don't know that we ever really woke up to get here on time in the first place.
The fact that we made it's amazing. But still, it's been a super fun show.
It has been a super fun show, and it's been a super busy 5th anniversary for my Big Fat Pull List.
It has. We've done so much more still to come.
So much more. I mean, we're only halfway through the year, so yeah, we still have a lot more. But you know what, listeners? We don't have another convention to go to, I think, for about another 2 months. So I don't know, Smurphy, what do you think? I think it's probably time to get back to some little more standard episodes.
Let's get back to basics. Daryl, from 2 Toy Man ago, you asked for a history of Green Lantern leading up to Blackest Night. It's in the works. Just to let you know, I've been doing research. That's like 60 issues of comics, including Green Lantern. We really want to do a deep dive into this, so we're taking our time with it. So you're not forgotten, man. It's just it's big. It's a lot. Jeff Johns was the writer. He got very detailed into it, and a lot happens because we had to go through the Sinestro War.
Oh yeah, there's so much that leads into that, and we've been asked by multiple people to do a review on the Batman movie, which the new one, the Robert Pattinson Batman, and we haven't gotten to that. It's a 3-hour movie,
and we all want to rewatch it.
We all want to rewatch it, and life gets in the way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's coming, guys.
I've been Smurphy. I've been collecting the first year's worth of the old Malibu Ultraverse books. Do you remember those? Prime and Nightman, and no, you don't know those?
Oh man. But now I'm interested to know more about it. So
that episode is coming.
Put it down. Go do it now.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. Here's what else we have coming. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
Well, and Smurphy, you and I have been talking quite a bit now for a few years about doing an episode on Spawn.
Yes, because why are we doing it? Because it hit 300 not that long, almost a year ago.
300,
I stepped out of frame. We did 300 hit not that long ago, guys.
Actually, now it's almost 2 years ago.
I was gonna say it's been
a little bit.
Now it's leading up to, what is it, Spawn War?
I think the Spawn War is coming, or it's in the middle of the
King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn. I have all those from the beginning. Spawn I don't have because it's hard to find.
We're really going to have to put together.
We're gonna have to do like a deep dive. We'll probably do an overview.
Yeah.
And do current stuff before Spawn Wars. I think that'll be the best way to do it. But we're figuring it out, guys, and this is
we're
why.
figuring it out. So we got some regular episodes coming to you guys, and we got the next installment of Understanding DC Comics Continuity.
Yeah.
You know, the second part of the Dark Years. So. I think over the next few weeks we're going to get back to basics. We're going to go back to the regular stuff, and then we'll hit other conventions down the line. But in the meantime, this has been a great show, man. This has been so much fun.
Super fun, man.
Yeah.
And we will be back.
Yeah.
As long as they let us.
Yeah, absolutely.
After that sign incident, I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't bring you back for anything after that. Yeah.
I'm the driver. I have to come.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
The
That's the only way for me to get back.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with that, I'm Dr. Impact.
Where are we?
Right. We'll see you next time.
What he means is you and everyone you know should subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on every app possible.
Ready?
I am now. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. All right, okay. Composure.